I'm Katie from What Katie Did, and today I'm doing a quick catch-up from the bunker at our HQ in Pangbourne in Berkshire. And I was hoping never to mention the What Katie Did bunker again, but COVID has outstayed its welcome and it's still affecting things, not as drastically as it was, but things are still getting delayed and getting stuck, and it is a bit of an irritation to say the least. First up, the odd box is going missing. We get big deliveries over from India. Most of our products are made in India, and we've had one box which has been stuck now for nearly 3 weeks in Castle Donington in the UK. No one knows exactly where it is. No one knows exactly when it will reach us. But obviously we were expecting the stock, and it's frustrating. And little things like that are still happening. It's a lot better than it was a few months ago, when it was taking up to 3 weeks for a delivery to reach us, which normally takes 3 days. But the odd box is getting caught, and yeah, it is frustrating. Meanwhile, our production in the UK is impacted, and this is kind of the follow-on from COVID. The factory which makes our Liz lingerie is still going in Nottingham at a very reduced capacity, but they've run out of the paramesh we use, the white paramesh we use for the top of our Liz cups. And the company we get it from, Littman's, they're out of stock for 3 months. This kind of is to do with COVID, and I've mentioned it before with fabrics, is that because of COVID, manufacturers don't want to hold as much stock as they normally will because of the risk, and they don't want to invest in fabrics that are going to be sitting around for a few months. They want it in and out the door. So whereas they normally have this as a standard fabric in stock, now there's a big delay with it. So we were stuck with a conundrum of what to do, whether we'd be out of stock for 3 months. We phoned Simon, who supplies most of the lingerie factories in the UK, and he does all the odds and ends of fabrics, as well as small quantities of continuity fabric. And he sent us a couple samples of paramesh, which we thought were fine, and our UK factory said, no, it's not good enough. And then the UK factory actually found they had a supply of this, which is great, but it is a heavier weight paramesh than the paramesh we're using. That's actually inside out. So this is the paramesh we're using at the moment, and this is the paramesh we're going to be using just until the Littman's paramesh comes in. And when we get the new stock in, I'll put on our website the bras, which are slightly heavier paramesh on the top of the cup than the ones in the photograph. But that's all we can do at the moment. It's either not having any stock or having stock that's very, very slightly different. Moving on to fully fashioned, and whereas a lot of issues probably go above your head, you don't even realise there's an issue at all. I know a lot of you have noticed issues with fully fashioned stockings. Our fully fashioned stocking factory in the UK kept going really strongly all the way through COVID last year, and they did an amazing job. They were the one factory that didn't stop at all. The machines that make fully fashioned stockings are huge, and although they do take manpower, because they're so huge, everyone is quite distanced apart. This year, things have not gone well. If you look at our website, basically no fully fashioned, especially not black Cubans or black points in mediums. We've been out of stock, and we are contacting them nearly every day. They came to see us this time last year, actually, and they said to us, we have companies who contact us every day hassling us for stock, and we've always been kind of the good guys, as we place our orders and we wait until they arrive. And with our glamour seam stockings, that's 3 months, and with fully fashioned, that was up to a year, which is crazy for ordering. And we had the meeting with the guys from the factory this time last year, and they were like, great, we can sort everything out, everything will be fine. And they did say that before, people who were phoning up all the time, they were getting stock before us because they were hassling them. And now it's come to the point where, because they said that, yeah, we're hassling them all the time for stock, because we know that they give stock to the people who hassle them, which isn't great, but that's the way it is. But they told us that Two of their machinists were off, not well due to COVID, but they were, not actually having COVID, but having to stay at home for 2 weeks. And of course, with a small factory and a small workforce, that means basically nothing gets made. It's a highly skilled job, and at what Katie did, if someone was to get sick, and touch wood, we haven't had anyone with COVID either side of the Atlantic, so we're all good at the moment. But we can cover each other's jobs, whereas we're fully fashioned, and if you're skilled to work that machine, it's not like someone else can step in and do something. So if one of their team does go down or has to isolate, or has one of the members of their family who has to isolate, then it basically knocks the whole thing out. And I'm afraid that is what has happened. We are getting very, very small amounts of stock through, and we hope that things will return to normal. But we're doing all we can, and we do have a lot of stock on order. When it arrives, we don't know. Hopefully it won't be as long as it used to be, but we are doing our best, and they are doing their best as well. I know a few of you have also been asking after our Sandra loungewear lingerie, and Sandra is a new collection made in a factory in Latvia, Europe for us, and this slip is in our new magazine. We had the bralette and the knickers, which came in January, and they went straight out the door. The slip failed quality control, and they're remaking it, and they're also remaking a new batch of the bralettes and knickers, and they should have started making it last Friday. We haven't had an update from them. Again, due to shipping, we don't know how long it's actually going to take to get to us, but it will be with us soon, whatever soon is. I'm hoping definitely within the next 3 or 4 weeks. That's should be a safe date. We should get it before then, but we're very excited about getting that in, and we've had great feedback. So I'm glad you guys like it. Another new thing that is arriving is we've got our green lingerie, which is this here, and this is arriving beginning of March. I know it's due to be shipped next week sometime, but again, allowing for any delays, beginning of March should be a safe date. Of course, we now aren't shooting. We don't have anyone to shoot it on at the moment. We have put all our shoots on hold. You may have noticed it on our website. I've been modelling a couple of dresses. That's because we haven't shot anything since mid-December at our UK base. Our LA team, where COVID rules are slightly more relaxed, they have been doing outdoor shoots and a few editorial shoots, but as for hardcore product shoots, they haven't been happening. We are hoping to shoot again in mid-March, and I have spoken about the way we shoot before. We do everything in-house, and it's only me and my husband and the model who is actually on the shoot. We shoot at the weekend, and we shoot upstairs in our studio, so it is a very minimal team, but we are out in the country, which means that any model who wants to come and work with us, they have to travel to see us, which again is risky. So we are being very, very careful with shoots, and we're just now thinking about planning shoots for the future, because we know the COVID laws will be changing pretty soon. But we think this is going to come in before we can shoot, so it might be mannequin shots for the time being for this one, but we're really excited about it, and it looks really cute. And yeah, at What Katie Did, we've had a good first couple of months of the year. We're doing really, really well. Terry's been working on amazing designs. Our factories are going full speed ahead, and we're just hoping that as the COVID lifts, that we'll be full steam ahead and gradually getting back to normal. If you do have any questions about What Katie Did, please get in touch, and in the meantime, take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.